All right, time now for Great Day Law. Each month, we like to check in with our friend, attorney lawyer Twillie of LA Law for some helpful legal advice.
Yes, and he's joining us right now. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, lawyer.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so we got the email.
Yeah.
I was walking into a store, and there were people in front of me, so I didn't notice that there was a narrow ramp connecting the store to the sidewalk area. I fell and suffered a really bad strain to my left ankle. Now, the owner of the store told me that I wasn't the first one to fall.
Do I have a case?
Well,
I'm not a lawyer, but it sounds like there's a case there.
Yeah. So we get these slip and fall type of questions all the time. And in Connecticut, when you're invited onto somebody's property, you're categorized as an invitee versus, let's say, somebody that's trespassing.
Okay.
And therefore, they have a duty, and they owe a duty to you to make it reasonably safe.
Okay.
It sounds like, in this situation, the property owner knew about this defect and didn't do a good job of making it safe for this person that wrote in. So, yeah, definitely have a case. You're going to want to check to see if that business or homeowner or whatever it was has medical payments coverage, which is a coverage that a lot of homeowners' policies or business policies will have, that will take care of your bills up front.
Is this why I have an umbrella policy?
Someone slips at our house on the way in.
Or one of the, I used to have a vacation home in Maine, which I don't anymore.
Yeah.
But that's why I got the umbrella policy, because we rented it out.
Yeah.
And I was afraid if somebody did something. Is that why you have?
That's one of the reasons why. So yeah, your homeowner's policy will have a coverage if you opt to have it, medical payments, and you'll probably have enough to cover most events. But that umbrella is really just to make sure that there's adequate coverage. You know, if somebody falls down and breaks their femur, I just met with a guy yesterday who had a broken femur, which is the worst bone you could probably break.
Surgeries,
painful surgeries, and if the rehab takes a long time, there's a high incidence of a reoccurrence. So you would want to have your umbrella coverage, because that's going to be a very valuable type of case.
Okay.
But yeah.
Go ahead, Karen.
So what are you doing if you're the person who fell like this and they want to know, what are you supposed to do? I know in a car accident we need to call the police. What do you do if it's a slip and fall?
You know, it sounds cheesy, but if you can take photos of the defect, do it right then and there.
Right then.
Yeah, right then and there, because what could happen is it could come back, or you leave, not take photos, and they fix up the area, or they say, no, there was no ramp there, or whatever. You just fell.
But with the owner of the store saying, "Oh, somebody else has done that before," isn't that fault right there?
Well, I mean, it shows that they were on notice of the defect, which is important in Connecticut. Is that the owner of the property has some sort of a notice that there's potentially something hazardous going on their property.
Like
so, like a tree falling down,
a
rotted tree, you know, something like that. If a homeowner has a tree that's rotted, and then the leaves or the branch falls and it, you know, smashes somebody's car, let's say, they were on notice.
Versus a big storm that was an act of God, then different.
Correct.
Okay.
Different.
Okay. So, but we want to take pictures.
Yeah.
Do you
take pictures?
Do you ask like you would at a
security cameras? And can you get the?
So
footage?
let's say something like this happens at a grocery store, take pictures. You know, get a written statement, or give a written statement to a supervisor, or ask for a manager to come over so that you can get it documented. That type of stuff. That's what you want to do. You just want to document as much as possible.
Police.
No, you don't need to call the police.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
What about the robot that's walking the aisles and Stop and Shop? Can I talk to him?
Yes. Just press a button.
Press a button and two. Okay, very good.
Yeah. And it'll spit out a ticket.
It'll spit something out.
Your claim number.
Exactly.
Always having a lawyer in situations like this. It's a free call. If you take the case, it's free to them.
Yeah.
So no reason not to have someone like you on their side. So if people want to contact you, you're easy to find. You go to Lawyer Twillie, visit LALawCT.com. You can follow him on Facebook @LALawCT or on Instagram @GetLALaw.